Okay, I'm going to continue the reading. My apologies. Every now and again, my iPhone likes to connect to the Apple computer, which throws off the internet. I don't know why. It's like it's just an annoying thing. So if you guys were watching the previous video and you got cut off, well, I'm going to put this one right underneath it. It's just going to say continuation. All right, because we want to see why you attracted that person into your life and then how to transmute the negative energy because we didn't get a chance to get to that part before the internet interrupted. So let's see. Okay, the first card out is imagination. Second card out is overwhelmed. Third card out is physical touch. Card out is rebellious. Inner authority, actually, and then sing. I'm going to pull an extra one, nurturing. So, whenever I see, again, obviously, like physical touch is emotional support. Not getting that, not getting the nurturing that we need when we grow up. So you might have been sensitive, where a parent was like, just figure it out on your own, And so when we don't get that, we're not confident. Yes, we eventually begin to become very intuitive because we're hypersensitive to the environment. But what happens is it's very overwhelming. It's that because you need your parent around you to trust you, to not trust you, but to instill that trust, to teach you how to trust yourself. But if they're like, just figure it out, like I don't, oh, you're gonna make me have to stop doing what I'm doing to actually, then like I said, it's very overstimulating. So what happens is kids can't run away. What do? They disassociate, they detach, they go inside their mind, so they get very again strong within their mind. That's actually a gift. Why? Because if you can imagine it, you can create it. You can actually manifest very easily. But if you were in an environment where you didn't get what you need and you weren't nurtured, and you were overwhelmed, well then guess what you did most likely didn't feel comfortable to use your voice to ask for what you needed, especially if you had a parent that made you kind of feel like you shouldn't ask. Sometimes that it's like we grow up in certain cultures. There's some people that grow up in certain cultures and they can walk into a person's house and they could be dying of thirst, but you didn't ask for anything. You were taught like how to be, and not all the time was it seen as disrespectful. It was actually done out of courtesy, but suffering should never, you should never have to suffer to be, you know, to have to fit in. You want to be strong in who you are and then attract people that are going to invite you in. So I just feel like there was that. It wasn't major trauma, but it makes us not strong in ourselves. So we have to transmute that negative energy, and we can transmute, because even though this person's on their way back, which we know, spirit saying it's like you don't want to be the same when they come back. You want to be in a better energy because you don't really know, first of all, whether you want to be with this person 100%. If you go out into the world, and you can again do this by nurturing the light within inside of you, which means your talents, your hobbies, your interests, your passions, the things that stir up your soul, because that's what's going to make a way where there is no way for you, meaning a whole other life. Then you can decide whether you want this person to come back into your life. And guess what? They'll have to work harder to come back into your life because you emotionally have figured out how to fill your own cup up. So they're going to have to work a lot harder to do that. And Spirit says, and if you even choose not to be with this person, you'd have to teach any person that came into your life how you want to be treated. So those are the reasons why person's coming back in divine timing. is again, and everything actually happens for you in divine timing. So don't judge your process. You might be like, oh, it's taking so long. Spirit says you always start where you are. It's like, and then you just nurture those things that you want to grow, and that everything happens in its correct time. You're not far behind. Don't judge your process. It goes back to that. Which, if this is a twin flame connection, then you definitely can't judge your process, because the connection is all about healing. So it's not logically going to make sense. It's all to help you release a limiting belief that no longer serve you. Growing up in a certain environment doesn't mean that they said these things to you. It's a perception. And it's that perception that the child's self established due to certain experiences. So it's about releasing those blocks. And those blocks could be, I'm not deserving of love. I can't have love. I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. Whatever it is that's keeping you in a place of limitation and separation. That's what's happening right now. That once you nurture those aspects of yourself and a new life opens up, well, then, like you said, the way that you see yourself is going to be completely different. And the way that you deal with other people are going to be different too. So, Spirit says, don't try and project how things are going to be or what it will be. And then we end off with one more, which is Spirit saying, it's just listen to the whisper of your soul, align your actions with your values, and know that everything's happening in its divine time. Now, one more card we end off with, and that is Divine Light. Spirit saying, know that you're an expression of love, that it's not possible for you not to have love if you are love. So understand, when you're an expression of love, you again can attract that into your life, and that your inner light is your strength and your treasure. Your intuition needs to guide you to discover the wonder and the goodness of who you are. And that's what you're supposed to be doing right now. Spirit's saying, know your worth, and hold to that standard. But what allows you to be able to hold to that standard is what you're doing with your time and the people that you're meeting along the way and the situations that are happening, so that you're emotionally fulfilled, so that anybody that comes into your life, they're going to need to either match that energy or exceed that energy, and most likely exceed it. And so then, that means they have to put in effort, which is what this person really didn't do because of their issues. I'm going to leave it there. You let me know how you resonated. And I'm sorry about the internet, but here's that part too. Bye-bye.